YouTubers, this is going to be an absolute marathon of a video for us. This is going to be a big one, so I've had to write a load of notes down to keep us in the right direction. It's one of them where I've got 3 or 4 things going other places and then coming back around and connecting together, so I have to try and keep on track, because it'll be easy for me to talk about something, go into great depth, maybe throw in a couple of metaphors about that subject, and then completely forget the topic that I was supposed to be talking about in the beginning. So when I put up my video mentioning Beyonce and the occult ties to the name of her alleged baby, that intrigued me to find out the meaning of the colour blue, because I knew it meant something, especially with Beyonce's track record of mentioning the water element, for instance. So hopefully you'll see, the further I go into this, a lot of what I'm trying to say. But if there's a lot of things that I do bring up, because it's going to be a lot of things, and you don't understand, research it, then come back, and a lot of the stuff you might not agree with, but it's still good stuff nonetheless. Right, here we go. Before I start to dig this information, I had a vesic Pisces vision. You might have heard back a few weeks ago, gale force winds in England. It's nothing compared to America, but it was pretty scary nonetheless. And I was woke up about 4:30 in the morning, and when I went back to sleep, that's when, I was exhausted, I was really tired, and that's when I just didn't go under. I was in between dream world and being conscious, kinda close to being lucid dreaming, but this was different. I was randomly bombarded with what I knew at the time was the Coco Chanel symbol, and soon after the dream, when I looked it up, it turned out to be the vesic Pisces, and the symbol kept hitting me like the guy in 2001 when he was going through a Stargate and was bombarded with information, in the light show. And this was after looking up the vesic Pisces, and it gave me, and still does, an overwhelming feeling of this being very important to us, maybe in finding the answer or getting out of here or something else. And it's all I keep seeing since the vision is this vesic Pisces. So I know the importance, and I find out that big time, the importance of this, and the connections I'm finding with it, tiamat, Lucifer and blue, are just mind blowing. And I never expected to see any connections with all of these things that I've been looking up, skimming over not so long since, wanting to know more about this, and they just start to fall into place. So if you pull up a nice comfy chair and put your open-minded head on like Wurzel Gummidge, we'll start to talk about that lost planet our brothers and sisters were trying to tell us about. And that planet I referred to being destroyed was Tiamat, often regarded as the second sun. That was surrounded by oceans and reflected the sun's rays. And the sun's rays, when they reflected onto the surface, made it appear to be a second sun. to our own Sol, as it's named. That's our sun, Sol. And what comes clear to me is the water from Tiamat entering the Earth's atmosphere, creating, or should I say, could have created 2 prehistoric deluges. Its destruction is evident in what we call the astral belt. Now there's been big question marks about the astral belt, and that amongst other things answers mine. A question to this is whether or not our Earth's grand oceans were from the catastrophe. And if you look up what catastrophe means, it means an explosion of a star, the death of a star. And a catastrophe that happened via the water from Tiamat spilling onto the Earth's atmosphere and into the Earth. And if Earth's atmosphere was penetrated by the devastation, could this be why bacteria foreign to that of the Earth's could have come from? Because we do have bacteria that is foreign to this planet, and there's question marks over that as well. So if we took some of the brunt of Tiamat, we could have taken some of Tiamat's organisms such as bacteria, just throwing it out there. I mean, could our sun and moon be telling us by their names what happened? Our sun is named Sol, okay? Sol, solitude, solo, meaning by oneself, as if to say there once was. And then there's Luna, meaning lone, alone, Lona. Again, is this telling us by their names that once we were not alone? And then planet saying we are not alone via there was once a planet here. Could this be referring to Tiamat? There are also in ancient myth and legends around the world telling us of beings not of this planet, and that they came here. And this followed by the destruction of Tiamat. And if you go with the idea that we were genetically manipulated or engineered, then that will link you to Atlantis, which links to the flood, which links to the destruction of Tiamat and the water entering the Earth's atmosphere causing this. And we'll find another link to Tiamat that blew my mind. In the religious texts, they mention the fallen angel, the fallen serpent, and fallen from heaven, and these all refer to Tiamat, and Tiamat being Lucifer. Yes.
That's what happened to me. When you get like leaves that die on the ground in the autumn, you get these veins like a river, like a red river. Almost look like lightning themselves, you know, the effect of lightning. this world. From newborn baby to the Great Barrier Reef. It's beautiful. Marvellous. Fantastic.